Hello everybody. So this is Mads Cree speaking to the young people of London with news from the 21st century. And there's something you need to know about your heart. Even the old Egyptians knew that the heart is the seat of the personality more than the brain is. And your heart, you know it very well. You know this feeling of intuition, you know your gut sensation of what feels right. And often you know that the solution to a problem or a dilemma or a challenge is in you, instantly. But then your mind starts thinking about whether that can be right, or what could go wrong, or what are other people going to say. But if you're honest to yourself inside, you know that you knew already. There was a way, that your heart already told you. Why is that? Well, we're fortunate to live in a very technical time age, so we have done a lot of, research into hearts. So I'm just going to quickly tell you a few things about modern medical research. So this is not me dreaming it up. This is not some fancy thing that we found on some obscure site on the internet. No, this is fact. This is scientific research which has been published and read by other scientists in all these respected magazines in which the scientists reveal their findings. So this is just new science, and that's why a lot of people don't know about it. One, your heart is wired into your nervous system. So all the way from your foot soles, all the way up through your body, up along your spine, you know this. Your nervous system runs up into your brain, and your brain via the hypothalamus, and your brain can then start reacting to whatever sensation your nervous system gave it. Yeah? That's how it works, yeah? Well, one of those lines of nerve system that runs up through the body, up to the brain, actually has a little loop around your heart. Your heart is wired into your nervous system. And because it sits where it sits, it gets the information before your brain. So your heart receives information about what's going on around you from your own nervous system before your brain does. Two, it is well established and scientifically proven that the flow of information from your heart to your brain is much bigger than the other way. Now, why would that be? Why does the brain get a lot of input from the heart? Because the heart knows, and the brain needs to know what the heart knows, so that the brain can act on that knowledge. Because the brain is the driver, but not the math reader. Yeah? And three, your heart also has synapses. Now, what is a synapse again? The synapse is in your brain. You know, everybody knows they're in the brain. They are those points where two little bits of bobs sit very near to each other, and then a spark jumps. And when it jumps, they can record it and say, a thought just happened. That's how your brain works. Sparks jump between synapses, and your brain has millions of synapses. Your heart only has 40,000 synapses in it. But here's the thing. They all fire at the same time. And that's different from the brain. So it is reasonable nowadays, based on modern medical science, to say that your heart thinks, your heart gets physical information from what goes on around you and in your body via the nervous system. Your heart thinks and makes decisions and feeds those to the brain. And very likely, before the brain even knows there's something happening, it's going to have to start thinking about it. Your heart has already done the thinking and fed its result. And that's called intuition. So, maybe you should trust your intuition a little bit more and be a bit wary about what your human brain thinks about what you can do or ought to do or shouldn't do or have to do. Because your brain only knows what it has experienced, whereas your heart knows infinitely beyond time. So trust your heart. And to top it off, let's finish by talking about radiation. The scientists can measure radiation from your body. Magnetic and electric radiation emits from your body, shines out in all directions. In fact, they can even measure your different body parts. Your liver has one magnetism radiating from it, and yes, your heart and your brain have two. So if we look at the magnetic component of the electromagnetic radiation from your heart and brain, your brain vibrates about 2 feet beyond your body. And that is exactly what we've known for 5,000 years in yoga and stuff, that's the aura. Yeah? So that's pretty much where your brain is. And in fact, modern scientists are beginning to think that maybe actually your thinking happens out here, outside your head. And your head is just the antenna that picks up the combination of your own vibration and what comes from the outside. That's your thinking, and your brain is the antenna that picks it up. So that can be measured about 2 feet away. But you know what? Your heart radiates magnetism up to about 15 feet away from your body. And scientists have proven that hearts find each other's vibration and start aligning even before the minds of the humans know there's someone else in the room. The heart knows and connects. It's even been proven to happen in a farm where the cows are in the stable. When the farmer walks in to the stable, all the cows' hearts react to the farmer's heart. Isn't that just glorious? Isn't that just brilliant? Isn't that just amazing that each and every one of us is designed with a sort of a cosmic sat-nav that never goes wrong? We should just learn to listen to it more. We should just learn to have more faith in it. We should just learn to not be afraid of that purity of compassion and of knowing beyond time and place what it means to be a human on the planet. Because in your heart you know you're connected. You know you can only really be happy when you give yourself up to do good for everybody. You know. Your heart keeps telling you that. So, that's the end of today's lecture. Listen to your heart, don't be afraid, vibrate it properly, and remember it only works when it's pure. You know, if you're feeling that you're going to do something personal or something that has an agenda or something that is a bit of judgment on other people, then it's not pure from your heart. Then there is some sort of mind thinking filtering it. So go into your heart, sit still, listen. Yeah? Happy times, holy days, everybody be good. This is Mads Krig. See you soon.